Greetings, Flosstube, and welcome to my first YouTube video. Yay! Been watching cross-stitch videos on YouTube for a long time, and I'm finally getting around to doing my own. So I'm going to do a quick introduction of myself, and then I'm going to show you some of my current WIPs. So first of all, my name is Trisha. Hi. I am 41 years old, believe it or not. I still can't believe it myself. I recently retired from the Air Force. Did 22 years. My husband is also recently retired from the Air Force, and we have one son, Alex. He is going to be 8 years old next week, and I'm working on his cake. He asked for the Minecraft diamond sword, so we'll see how that turns out. Alright, so I am from Wisconsin. I was born and raised in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and then I joined the Air Force and went to everywhere else. We are currently living in South Central New Mexico. Not the perfect place, not even close, but we're working on getting out of here. We'll see how that goes. Alright, let's see. We'll move on to my WIPs now. Okay, the first, most current WIP, most current start is my Frosted Pumpkin Autumn Harvest Festival Sampler. Excuse me. And this is the first part. The second part will come out tomorrow. Yay. So, there she is. And you can see I stitch on a Q-snap. Yep. Words sometimes take a while to come to me these days. Alright. I'm having a lot of fun doing this one. This is my first caveat to that, first stitch along that I'm actually doing. We'll talk about the other one later. My second start, let's see, get the thread off from it, is a waving American flag. And this is from, let's see, I wrote it down. Yeah, I got it off of artfire.com, and the seller was called Cinnamon Woods Crafts. I'm calling this an untested pattern right now. I mean, right now this looks great from a distance. So when you're working up close, it's hard to tell. Because I'm working on these colors and the white stripe going, those are so not a white stripe, but from here, it looks awesome. But this blue up here, this dark blue, I had to change because the pattern was calling for a gray, a straight gray. Didn't even have any blue tones in it. And I was like, that's not gonna work. So I made a decision and picked that blue for it, and it's looking great. I'm loving it. So we'll see how that develops. And, well, to let you know, since I'm having to get used to, this is on the recommended fabric. It's a 14 count. Hand dyed. Yep, hand dyed. It's the one that they recommend. And this is on just a standard 14 count Ada. DMC brand, I think. Yeah, something that I had in my stash. And as you can see, I make my own grime guards. I have a tutorial on the cross stitch forum for that, but I might do a video one. We'll see. Alright, so my next, oop, there goes the sun. It's a cloudy day in New Mexico, which is odd. You know, normally we don't have one, so I am enjoying not being baked by the sun for a day, but the light's gonna go in and out. Alright, so my next WIP is this guy. Oops, sorry. Turn it around. Dork. Alright, so I'm calling this your generic Lighthouse scene. This end, as you can see, I have it on Millennium frame. I'm loving this frame. The stand is good, just doesn't work with my couch right now. I'm having to order the low profile legs, and ordering from Needle Needs, my lord, their products are awesome, but it takes forever. Alright, so my neighbor, next door neighbor, Margaret, has this done on her wall, and my mother-in-law saw it and fell in love with it. She loves lighthouses. So she asked me to do it for her. And it's the first time I've ever had anybody specifically ask me to do a pattern for them. I've done lots of gifts, but it's stuff that I pick that I think the person's going to like. I do it and I give it to them. Well, so she asked me and I said, oh, of course, I'll be happy to. So the pattern comes from, Margaret was telling me, it is a 1980s home-based selling business that dealt with cross-stitch patterns. So, wow. I didn't really have a choice. I had to borrow the pattern from her because there's no way I'm going to be able to find this puppy anywhere else. And to tell you how old this pattern was, it did not even have 10 by 10 grid lines on it. I had to draw those on, and I needed them because, as you can see, I grid. I love gridding. Love it. Alright, so honestly, this pattern, not excited about. It's not something that speaks to me. So I'm having a little tough time working on it, but I'm getting it done. It's large blocks of color, so sometimes it's nice to not really think, and other times it gets boring. But I'm close, I'm very close. Let's see. I have left all the cross stitch, well, that was on the pattern, was done. I have the rails on the straight stitch for the rails on the fence to do. A butt-ton of French knots done here for the sea spray. And then you see these light parts in the rocks? That's unstitched. The pattern hasn't marked for unstitched, and I think the original fabric that came with it was supposed to simulate a nice sandy shore. But the fiddler's cloth that I got, or this is not fiddler's cloth, this is oatmeal. I think it's one of the bargain brands. I found it at Hobby Lobby. And this is the one that's kind of made up my mind. I'm not buying the bargain brands anymore. Because this one is difficult to stitch on. The holes aren't very well defined. Though my needle will go through the thread over a lot of the times. I gotta be really careful and watch. Make sure I don't. There's a few spots I missed. But only I can tell. Only I know, of course. Alright, and so Margaret got back last night from a trip. It's so nice. She was visiting family back east while she underwent cancer treatments. She found a lump in her node right here, and they removed it, and of course she had to go through some radiation. I think they wanted to do chemo, but she said, no, I'm not doing chemo again. She's been through cancer treatments before, so we're hoping that they got it all, because she's such a dear person. So, but now that she's back, I'm taking my DMC sample card over to her house and seeing what color will look good in these unstitched spots, because I can't leave unstitched spots. It just doesn't look right. And then also on the outside here, there's a back stitch kind of lacy pattern that the pattern calls for a color, a DMC color 6200, which doesn't exist. I contacted DMC. They have no record of it. The pattern listed as oyster. So what I'm going to do is just use my sample card, find the color that matches her stitched piece, and then just go with it. So I am close to done with this. Oh, it's going to be so nice. Okay, on to my oldest WIP. Oh, this is technically a UFO because I've been working on it for 11, 12 years. But I haven't been actively working on it, and there's a reason for that. I started this one while we were in Germany. When we got here, I was working on it. I got all the cross stitch done. Started on the back stitch, and there's a buttload of it. I got to a point where the thread color just didn't look right, so I contacted the company to make sure that there wasn't a change, and they never got back to me. So it got put away, and then my mother-in-law came to live with us. So since this is a complete surprise for her, it gets stuck away because I can't stitch on it when she's here. I had last summer, she went to Florida to visit family, and she was supposed to stay 3 weeks. I pulled this out as soon as she left, and I started working on it. She came back after 4 days. I was kind of perturbed because I was making so much progress. I was just, oh, it was going so good. So now I gotta wait for her to go on the next trip, which is gonna be next summer. And she's supposed to be going to Pennsylvania to visit family for a whole month. I might actually be able to finish this then. Alright, so I'm gonna show you. This is what it is. Let's see if I can find a non-glary spot. It is Dimensions Kit, Innocent Guardian. Don't know if this one's still available, because I've had it forever. And here comes the sun. Here is my progress on it. And I'm not gonna unroll this part to show you the bottom, because when I started on this, yeah, my first scroll frame, F.A. Edmonds, goes on its stand, split scroll. Now this one is what made my decision. I would not do any more split scrolls. As soon as I finish this one, this puppy's going away, because it was such a pain in the butt. And now in the, 10 years, 11 years I've been working on this. Millennium frames came out. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm trying to order some more bars, different lengths to do different projects, but yeah, getting the stuff ordered is one issue because it's never in stock. And then, yeah, and right now I almost had an order placed. They're switching from PayPal to WorldPay, but they haven't made the transition completely yet, so making a payment to them just wasn't happening. So it'll be a while more before I can get my longer bars to do some of my larger projects that I have on my wish list. You'll see that tag when I do it. Alright, so I have all the cross stitch done. I have all of the back stitch on the body and the wings and the dove on the top part done. I was working on these French knots in the grapes. See if I can get up real close and show you. When she came home. So what I have left to do is do the back stitching on the leaves, scroll it up, do all the back stitching on the bottom, and the French knots that are down there. And then there's supposed to be a French knot halo around her in a blending thread. I tried. It just wasn't working. So I've decided I'm doing beads. Doing beads on that. So I'm going to be so glad when this is done. It's gorgeous right now. Even half finished is gorgeous. So, yep, that's going to be awesome. Alright, so that's all my current WIPS. I have one more thing to show you that I've been working on for the past couple days. I've gotten distracted from my cross stitching. Okay. I found this Annie's Christmas at our local bookstore, Hastings, about 2 weeks ago. And there was something in here that caught my eye, but I didn't buy it. I went back and they were out. And I really didn't know the name of it because I'd paged through a bunch of craft magazines. All I knew was that it had the tree on the front and it had a pictorial index in the back. So, the project that caught my eye is the popcorn garland. It is a cross stitch, not cross stitch, duh, words, crochet pattern. See? Crochet. So, I actually taught myself crochet about 2 years ago, and I did your basic, you know, dishcloth, and I didn't do anything else with it, because of course I got involved in Stampin' Up! Card making, which has gone by the wayside now for my cross stitch. I've decided, yeah, I am much more drawn to cross stitch than I am card making. Just still do the card making, but not as much. Alright, so when I decided I wanted to do this popcorn, I went on YouTube and I watched tutorials, and which is awesome that YouTube has tutorials, crochet and knitting for left-handers. Awesome. I think the reason it took me so long to learn, you know, I was well into my 30s before I learned cross stitch and knitting. My mom tried to teach me when I was younger, but she's a righty, I'm a lefty. It didn't work. So I watched the tutorials, I did your standard dishcloth practice, and then I saw this tutorial, this cute little ghost. It's called Ghost Coaster. I have to put eyes and a mouth on him. I got some black yarn last night, so I need to do that. He turned out super cute. And then I tackled the pattern for the popcorn, and I have been crocheting these little puppies for the past 2 days. Look at little popcorn. It's so cute. Alright. I am doing those, and then I decided instead of doing the faceted plastic beads that they showed for the cranberries, I'm doing wood beads. And I got them in the mail yesterday. Oh, look at those. Don't those look like cranberries? Oh, it's so awesome. So awesome. I got these from factorydirectcraft.com. They came on 9-foot strands. There goes the sun again. 9-foot strands. They are kind of meant to go on the tree as they come in the strand, you know? But I had different plans, so I took them off their strands. And once I finished crocheting all these little popcorns, I'm gonna string them up. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when I get some strung. But I'm loving this project. So cool. Alright, so that's pretty much it for right now. My next couple days are, well, Alex's cake. I ordered my gum kit paste from Amazon, and I ordered some of the better quality colors, gel paste colors. I needed teal and brown. What I ordered, the picture shows teal and brown. and there's nothing in the description indicating. I got a pack, you know, it's 12. There were 5 that were same as the picture and 7 that were different, and of course no teal, no brown. So sending that back, I went on Amazon and I ordered a big bottle of turquoise, which is a good color for it. Teal or turquoise was going to work for the diamond sword. And so I gotta wait for that to come in. Alex's birthday is on Wednesday of next week, so hopefully it gets here in time. Because last night I used my Wilton's gel paste, brown. Since I only needed 3 light brown and 4 dark brown, I figured I could use the Wilton's to make those and just see how it goes. If it went well, I would use my Wilton's paste for the others. But, yeah, it went well enough. I got my 3 light brown done, and then it took forever to get to a darker brown. I kept adding more and more of the color, and it just took forever. So much mixing. And since I gotta do so much more of the turquoise, yeah, that's why I decided I'm gonna go with the AmeriColor colorant. So hopefully it gets here in time. Yep. And I will definitely, I'll have pictures of it, so I'll show you guys next time how it turned out. Yep. It's my first time working with gum paste, fondant. You know, same thing, slight difference. Chose the gum paste because I'm trying to make, you know, decorations instead of covering the cake. Yeah. And I think I'm deciding, instead of a cake for the base, I'm doing Rice Krispie bars. Wow. Y'all love Rice Krispie bars. You know, on his last cake last year, some of it went to waste because you can only eat so much cake. But yeah, we can go through the Rice Krispies. So I think I've decided the base is going to be Rice Krispie bars. We'll see. I think that's all I have for now. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Of course, you know, lost for words. I am planning to do a quick tutorial. I saw a couple, when I was watching a bunch of YouTube's Flosstube videos, yeah, a couple days ago, a couple people had questions. They were lamenting about the hand-dyed floss bleeding when they wash their projects. And I actually rinsed my floss for the first time a few days ago, a week ago. Yeah, a week ago. I was really, really worried, anxious about it, but it was so easy. It was easy. It was easy, and it was, oh, this color right here, Indian Summer, it bled so much blood. So, but rinsing it, it was such a simple process. So, I'll do a quick tutorial on it. Pull out some of my other hand-dyed flosses that I have on projects that are in my to-do pile, and I'll show you guys how easy it is. So, okay, I'm gonna sign off now, and we'll see you guys next time. Happy stitching. Bye.